hello, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Today, second part of the 90-day choo-choo train. We have the first 3 episodes of season 3 for 90 Day Fiancé UK. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get the episode names. So in episode 1, title, She's Taking You for a Ride. Episode 2, When I Fall Hard. And episode 3, Be a Man, Not a Baby. Okay. So Jamal, I don't know what Discovery Plus is doing, but they removed episode 2. I had to go and hunt for it, and I found it on Facebook.
When you said that, I was like, huh? And I go back, I'm like, what?
Yeah. I know all 3 of the episodes were there, but somehow while I was watching it on Tuesday, I watched episode 1. And you know how you get to the end and it automatically goes into the next episode? Right. It went into episode 3, so they took that down on Tuesday. I don't... Discovery, TLC, whoever, get your friggin' act together. Okay, so who do we want to start talking about first?
Oh my gosh. I mean, there's just so much to talk about with these people. Who? We should save my favorite couple to the end. Do we want to start with? Oh, let's go through the couples first, so people know who we're talking about. Let's start there.
Okay, so which one do you want to start with first?
Oh, Nicole and Tahir. Tahir? Is it Tahir or Tahir? I couldn't. I was kept.
There's multiple pronunciations. I'm going with Tahir.
Okay, that's the way I was pronouncing it in my head. So let's go with these two, because this was a scream for me.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Where is... I was missing one loser. Sorry. I was missing Chicken.
Yeah, we haven't got to them yet, unfortunately.
I know. Okay, so hold on. Nicole and Tahir. This is them. Okay. And basically, let's see if I can find their information. Okay, so Nicole and Tahir. Nicole is a 25-year-old beauty therapist who's from Devon in South England. And her husband, as we find out, is Tahir, also 25, and he's from Egypt. And she met him while she was on holiday with her fiancé in Egypt in September 2022. Apparently he was flirting with her, saying that he's her dessert. And when she came back from vacation, she broke up with her boyfriend, or their relationship came to an end. And then she started stalking Tahir on Facebook, and they started connecting. This girl actually went down to Egypt and married this man. And the scenes with him talking with his family and her talking with her family and friends, these sounds like 2 separate relationships.
Right.
2 different sets of expectations. And and it doesn't sound like she converted when she married him. So he married a full-on Christian, but is expecting Islamic ways.
Right.
But yet, I gotta agree with her brother Scott. Boo, he met you in a bikini with a whole on fiance, and that's against the Quran. Although she wasn't married, she was betrothed to somebody else's wife, or about to be wife, and you were coming on to her. I don't think that you could impose Muslim edicts on somebody that you wasn't being very Muslim when you first approached, offering yourself as dessert. And I don't like how he talking to all of his family members about making her come around. Oh, and I also did not like him calling her Miss England because it made me seem like he got a Miss Norway, a Miss Germany, a Miss Italy.
Right.
You can't be bothered to remember their names. You just remember their countries. I don't know. This is a whole hot mess for me. A whole hot mess. Let's see who came back with us. Hi, Brian. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Gwen. You never seen this show. Okay, so Gwen, 90 Day Fiancé UK is on Discovery Plus and Max. So you can see it there. They haven't brought it over to TLC yet. No one pronounces his name the same. Nope. I heard Ta. I heard Tahir. I heard Tahir. Like everybody. Like, is this his real name? Just want to know. I just hope she's not as bad as US Nicole. Let, let's hope not, because she seems a little ditzy. Um, and her dad, that was weird. Um, her brother and their friend that she met for dinner or something like that. I think the brother will be the one giving the most objections.
Yes, Pauline had me crying. The look on her face when she said, when Nicole told her she went down there and got married, she looked at her like, "What did you do?
Mm-hmm.
How come
Because
you
she's
come down to me?"
married. Yeah, because
Yes,
she's married to somebody as well that's Muslim. And
Egyptian, particularly.
yes, and she was like, "Girl, it's a big learning curve. How could you do that? I didn't get a chance to warn you off of it."
Right. That's exactly what way I took it.
But Tahir seems to know what he's doing, because it seems like Nicole was the first one to bite. And he was like,
Right.
I'm going to get her a lockdown and married now. We not waiting for no K1. I want a spousal visa and I want to go over there and dominate her. Hey, Gwen. Hi, Fermata, were you able to get? Of course you are. This is UK. They're not going to mess you up. So I hope you got to see all the episodes. Tracy, he's acting like Garrick is to his spiritual made up beliefs. He don't come off as a practicing Muslim to the book, just what's convenient. I feel okay. I feel he was saying a lot of that to his brothers,
Brothers.
but he knows that he's going to have to put up or shut up, whether he's there or overseas. And then what really struck me was the 4 wives issue. Does she know that you planning to bring on other bitches? That would have been something I would have to talk about before committing fully.
Mm-hmm.
And sir, you are basically on the beach pimping up women. I wouldn't be worrying about wife 2, 3, or 4 at this point, because you can't even afford wife 1. That's my opinion on them. Anything else happened with them? She's on her way back over there to collect him, because he called her and told her the visa came through. So she's about to go on vacation. This is great news, because he can come back with her because his visa's been approved. Are there polygamy laws in the UK? He'll just go down to the mosque. This wouldn't be registered in the wedding registry. It wouldn't. He'll just go down to the mosque and he'll set up separate houses for them. I can't get over the initial approach, a woman with her man. No, sir, fake. Yeah, it came off really sleazy, and he looked the worst for it. He really did. Well, in my opinion, he came out the worst out of all of that, because she asked for dessert and he said, "It's me." And my thing is, you have all of these strict rules and regulations from the Quran and all of that, but yet you offered yourself up as dessert to a woman who was engaged and her man was there. Sorry, not flying for me. Somebody is lying here in my, yup, I think a lot of lies are happening. I want to know why she went back and married him. Why did she feel the need to go and marry him? Back, what channel was that on? Okay, so Susan, you can find 90 Day Fiancé UK on Discovery Plus or Max. Okay, and that's in the US. Farmata, if you want to put in information on how you're watching it in the UK, just in case somebody else is watching from the UK.
Uh-oh, Debbie freeze?
I don't know. Am I frozen? You're frozen. Wait.
Okay, now are you back now? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I
Yeah.
can see now. It was me because I can see the little Wi-Fi thing, but hopefully.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully,
all right.
It helps me out.
Is there anything else for Tahir and Nicole?
For some reason, I feel like this is all. I agree with you guys, chat and you. This is all storyline for me. Because as we've seen in the past with the 90 Day Fiancé, whenever we can't talk today. Sorry guys. Whenever we get two different perceptions of the relationship, like they're this far apart, it always winds up being fake. Because it's always like an issue. Like, okay, this is y'all having two different conversations about your relationship. But I'm more interested in Paulina, her friend. Because her friend was. I'm more interested in her friend.
Face fell.
Yes.
Her face fell. Like, oh my God, I didn't get here in time to save you.
Right.
Like, I'm currently trapped, but you don't have to be.
Exactly.
I didn't know who I felt worse for, Paulina or for Nicole.
So you saw it too. Then I'm glad.
Yeah. You could see it in her face, especially in the confessional, where she was just like, this bitch made a mistake.
Or why didn't she come talk to me before she did this?
Yeah. Yeah, because like when she was saying like it's a big shift, there's a big adjustment curve, like I felt she was tiptoeing around the fact that these men come over here and behave ignorant. But we shall see. We shall see. Who you want to talk about next?
Who did we meet?
We met John and Sprite, Kathleen and Jamie. We met. Hold on. There was some Charlotte. Where the hell is Charlotte?
Charlotte and Johan.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all we've met so far?
Hold on. Where are my notes? Okay, so Charlotte and Johan, Jamie and Kathleen, John and Sprite. That was on episode 1. Episode 2, Nicole and Tahir, John and Sprite, Charlotte and Johan, Jamie and Kathleen. Oh my God, losers. Charlotte and Johan, Jamie and Kathleen, John and Sprite, Nicole. So we only met 4. Okay. We met 4.
Okay, let's do Jamie and Kathleen. Oh, oof. Okay, when Jamie said he had a job, I was completely shocked because his mama was doing everything for him. He was kissing his mama's ass. I'm like, are you trying to get a house or a car from your mom? Because you kissing way too much ass to your mama. Thank you, Mom. Oh my God, you're so beautiful. No one can compare to you. But I'm like, are you trying to get a car, a house? What's going on here? He lives upstairs in his mama's attic. Okay, he works for I guess the city of London in some capacity. Okay, not a problem. But he's a whole mess because how you gonna like y'all be separated and go hit up her best friend? Her friend, not her best friend, her friend.
This is what I felt with regards to that. I felt she sent her friend to go and hit him up in the DMs and start talking to him so that she could reel him back into a relationship and then hit him with, but you cheated on me with my best friend.
Okay.
Because she's doing everything to maneuver him into marriage.
Everything. Even trying to get her friend involved, Sana.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm interested in Sana as a side character because she's like the she's the handler, telling Kathleen how to do this right.
But listen,
that's what I got.
When Sana was telling her, so what do you mean he's not taking care of you? What do you mean he's not paying money for your family? Like, she was saying everything that Kathleen was doing wrong. Like, she was behind the curve. But little does Sana know that she has to deal with his mom, and his mom has cut off the donations.
Because Sana said I get an allowance every month, and I'm so grateful because it's that allowance that lets me help my family. And she's all, when things come up, he kind of just helps us out. I'm like, but Debbie, fantastic point. You don't have a mama, and a Jewish mama at that.
Yep, because I know he said, my mom saw my bank statement on my bed. But how I heard that, because I hear things differently. Your mama got your password to your bank app, and she be in there watching everything.
Thank you, Debbie. I'm glad we heard that the same way.
And when Kathleen said that when you're married, the husband comes and gives his whole paycheck to the wife, I was like, his mom is gonna be there first saying, "Give me that, and I'll deposit it for you."
Debbie, I'm glad you heard that the same way. I said, first of all, who has a paper statement nowadays? First of all,
okay. So hold on. I bank overseas as well, and yeah, there's still
overseas.
But this is England. My country used to be a colony.
Oh.
There's still paper statements. Up until recently, they were actually bank books. So yeah, look.
Okay, I'm gonna say it like this, Jamie. I'm gonna say this with all disrespect. I don't think that if you did leave a bank statement out, I don't think it was yours. I think you and your mama have a joint account. There, I said it. Okay, carry on. Carry on.
It wasn't on Daily Motion. I tried there first, and then I had to do a generic Google search. Daily Motion only had episode 3.
Yes.
It didn't have 1 or 2.
But Debbie, I think they have a joint account.
I would believe it too. It's probably still his what is it, student saver account from when he was 9. To save his birthday money, his bat mitzvah money. No, he's a bar mitzvah. Sorry, I just called him a girl. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry.
Okay. Now let's get to the more interesting part of this. Now, when I saw this part, I immediately thought of Debbie and how you like assets. I want to know, like, was you peeping out his WWE collections? And we're talking about the ones in the boxes. I'm like, was you keying in? Because I was trying to see which ones he had, because some of those are worth a good penny.
Okay. He could get away from me with them stupid action figure bullshit that he got hidden up underneath his bed jerking off to in the middle of the night. I am not here for it. It's not an asset, especially when it's up in your fucking mama house. And
well, I said it. Okay, here's where he went wrong for me. The reason why I said assets and I said the ones in the box, because he disappointed me. I will tell you why he disappointed me.
I'll give him the ones in the box. He could resell.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about those. He really disappointed me. I was real upset because those action figures took me back to when I was a kid, and to see them like just thrown in a drawer in a corner, talking about, when we talk on the phone, I have to make sure she doesn't see them. And the reason why you try to make sure she doesn't see them because you're still buying them, not for collection, but to play with. And she gonna ask you like, well, if you could spend money on those action figures, how come you can't send that money to me? Yeah, he really upset my nerve because I'm like when I see those action figures the way they are, I just see the thousands of dollars he could have had, and Kathleen is gonna be seeing like the thousands of dollars she could have had. I was real disappointed.
Kathleen should shut her damn mouth because I'm tired of looking at her teeth.
Debbie.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. So Tracy said exactly. She's the one putting the allowance on his WWE logo debit card.
So, not to be super rude, and I apologize, but are we going to run with the narrative that she's actually 36? Is that
she isn't, because last night I aged her up to 4. No, she's 30. 36. I aged her to 46, and then by the end of Heidi's show, I had her at 57 to 59.
I just want to know because I just didn't see mid-30s with her.
I didn't either. I didn't. Like I even had her kid going to college.
Like and also Sana's her friend, so I'm thinking Sana looks like she's been in the game a while. Like she's an auntie. You know what I mean? She was giving that
auntie. Sana's her sister. Sana, her sister, saying, "Bitch, catch up." Oh my God. All right. So wait, hold on. Michelle says her social media pictures look very different than her in real life. Oh, so she's putting on the filters. Aging quickly, yes. Rolling back 36 like Walmart prices. Rodney. She got to be in her 40s. Yeah. Full transparency, I have pristine WWE items framed in boxes, etc. I'm with Jamal. I was heartbroken with his lazy, immature self.
He had, and Tracy, did you see that he has some of the 80s action figures? I'm sitting here like, oh no.
If he has stuff from WWF, that would be a pretty penny.
That's why I said the 80s, the WWF. He had some. I think I saw a $1 Million Man. I think I saw like a Jimmy Snuka. I was sitting here like crying, like, oh my gosh, that should be in boxes.
Yes, Sana looked like she in her mid-50s.
Auntie Sana, I'm telling you.
Yep, with Kathleen right behind her, 57. I cringe every time he says love. Oof. But listen, I'm gonna give Kathleen her roses, because when he pulled up in that little tuk-tuk car and he stood by the car and she was there staring either completely through him or around him, and he came up to her face and she was still like completely blanking him. I was like, bravo, that is awesome. And then he said, come on, let's go back to the car. She said, bring the car here. I was like, what? And he did it. Wow.
Oh, so Tracy agrees with me. So yes, Jamal, he ain't right. I was sitting there like, I was just like, wow.
Mother issues, red flag.
Yes.
50 plus.
And I'm going to go back to Rodney said mother issues. When this is something that kind of creeped me out a little bit. He said, like, I have 2 women fighting over me. No.
Yes.
No. That's your mother. Like, yes, your mother is a woman, but she's not a woman, if you know what I mean.
Right. There's a difference. There's a difference.
And he's like, and I'm rather enjoying this. I'm like,
oh, jeez. Okay, so Steven, she knows what she's talking about. She used to sell collectibles online, mostly Star Trek. That's big money. Big
huge money.
Ryan says, and that photo of Sana's husband has him looking around 70. Oops. Sana know what she's doing. Definitely no mama if he's 70. And if there is, you can console him when he's in, his grieving, his bereavement. Why didn't he drive up close to her in the first place? Because he's an idiot. I was dead with the way that she was acting. Child. One girl and your mommy. He makes Norman Bates look like a prize. He does. And he actually sat there and he said all of his relationships have been overseas. And he doesn't know why he can't find a woman in the UK.
Again, another red flag for him.
Mm-hmm.
Vietnam, the Philippines, and was it Taiwan?
Thailand. I think Thailand. Yeah.
Sir, hey, we all have our types. But
listen,
you keep picking the same type of women in a different neighboring country.
Okay, so listen, let me tell you what my red flag was. First of all, he was a meter maid, and I was just like, okay.
Hello,
No, I was like, okay, at least he worked for the city of London. He got good benefits. He probably have a union. I was okay with that, but he was a meter maid. But I chose to look the other way with that.
But Debbie and loves to work that good overtime. So I was kind of here with that.
No,
I was here with that for a minute.
Overtime was a problem for me. Here's the thing. He said he had to grab every ounce of overtime that he could get in order to save enough money in order to go to Cyprus and stay in a hotel.
That's not what you heard. Sorry. I'm going to stop you right there. Y'all, I'm about to paraphrase what Debbie's saying in this long diatribe. What she heard was like he broke. Okay.
He's living at home.
Next.
He's living at home, but he has to do overtime in order to go to Cyprus and actually stay in a hotel. Where the fuck was you staying before? These Europeans love staying in these youth hostels that are basically camping grounds.
Hold on. Ryan says that's why his mama is so tired with his money. He's been doing this before. I have a question. Debbie, you're the expert on these type of things. Do you think that he's living at home because he gave the other two chicks all his money?
Probably, and that's why the mama putting a lockdown on it. And she's really pressing him on it because she caught him giving Kathleen money. And she said, you have to promise me that you're not going to do it anymore.
True.
Yes, it is cheap. It is a cheap destination to go to. But if he has to get overtime in order to pay $62 for a flight to Cyprus on Ryanair, come on now.
Ryan agrees with me. Debbie, one of his other Asian girlfriends took his money. And that's why he's at home with her. See? And I didn't realize that until I didn't put the overtime and that together. I just assumed maybe he's just
stacked. He has no money.
But when you said that, when you broke it down the way you break it down in Debbie fashion, I'm like, okay, she heard that all she heard was broke. Okay.
Yeah, I was hearing broken destitutes. And you talking about WWE action figures in a box. Fuck that shit. You are at home and your mama's addict and taking budget flights to a budget bumming busted destination like Cyprus to hook up with a domestic worker.
Hold on,
that Debbie. Is orally challenged.
Here's the thing, though. You have to work all this overtime for $62 USD. Mm-hmm. How much do you make per hour, and where's your money going? Hold on, Debbie. Can you entertain the people real quick? I didn't do some research. I'm sorry. I have questions now.
I think somebody had to have drained his accounts. Somebody. In monthly payments, hold on. And what little money he does have, he spends on action figures and seeing Kathleen. Yes. And then when he gets there, he's like, I thought that you would love staying in a nice hotel and me taking you to the same restaurant that isn't even a restaurant. It looked like a cafeteria that I take you to all the time that I know you don't like, but it's cheap. And this is what we are doing because I had to pay for a hotel. Oh my God. In monthly payments, since he doesn't like his money. Oh my God. Spirit airline prices. Yep. Yep. Check out Ryanair.
Okay.
That's the discount carrier in the UK. I don't know if they do a Cyprus route. But
Okay, here it is, guys. So apparently 17, like, so the average meter maid makes
oh,
17 is okay, it's what 17 pounds and 29 shillings or whatever they use now. Euros, whatever they use over there.
no, and
Okay?
England is still pound sterling.
Pound sterling, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about 1876 USD. Sir, why do you need to work overtime to afford a $62 ticket? Where is your money going?
Well, they're
Where's your
heavily
mama at?
taxed. They're heavily taxed.
Oh, but even heavily taxed. We heavily taxed in California too.
All right,
But
so right,
hold
but
on. I
hold
don't
on.
need to
How
work
much did you
overtime.
say? How much did you say that that
17 pounds and 29 shillings, I guess.
uh-huh.
I guess that's what I guess the average makes.
17.29. Okay, so that's 22.04 per hour US dollar conversion. Okay, so don't forget they pay for health care because
Okay.
that's the NHS. They got to pay for that. There's higher taxes. He works for the city. I think Heidi corrected me last night when I said he was a meter maid. She said something about a taxi, something or the
Officer,
other.
he's some kind of officer. He said like some kind of
Right.
transportation officer or something.
But he's still bottom of the barrel. You know why? Because he walking around with a reflective vest and walking around all day in the London streets.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something that's not adding up with him. Like, how long has he been there? Because if he's been there a while, I'm sure it's more than 17 pounds an hour.
And
I'm
he's
sure it
33
is.
too. He's 33 too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my whole thing though.
She works in a hotel. That place ain't nothing
No,
special.
she's like a nanny,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan. Yeah.
Oh wait, never mind. She says she's a domestic worker and nanny. So
Mm-hmm.
she's getting paid next skin to nothing. She's probably not even legal there. So there you
Mm-hmm.
go. What are these people gonna do when all the grown-ups are crossed over helpless? Yep. His mom was packing his suitcase for him. And you heard him say when he come back, Kathleen gonna pack it for him. Does this man wipe his own ass?
No.
It is troubling. Troubling. And I loved Kathleen's face while he took her out to their special dinner at her favorite restaurant. And he calling up Mummykins, and she all but rolled her eyes. I know I rolled my eyes for her. And I was like, the fuck you bringing this
No,
woman into
he
my
was
kitchen?
he was texting her. I was sitting there like, really? Wow. He's like, oh, mom should be calling us. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
should she be?
It's giving me a ick vibe, his relationship with his mom. And I know it can be sort of I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. It is innocent. It is innocent. They have a
I
very
think
close bond, but she is being overprotective for a reason. We don't
that's what
know
I was
what
gonna
that
say.
reason
That's what I
is.
was gonna say. It seemed like she's being overbearing, but not in the typical helicopter mom overbearing. It's like something has happened to him in his past to where she feels like, okay, now I gotta watch you.
Yeah.
Because what parent watches their child's money like that?
Maybe he's on the spectrum, and that's
Could
why
be,
he has to do it.
could be, but he even said it himself that he is a grown man with the responsibilities of a child or something. He said that himself. He said that
I think he
himself.
has the mentality of a child,
I agree.
and his mother knows this. He's an idiot. Hold on. Michelle said, I don't want to feel disrespectful, but I felt like I was watching an episode of Love on. Thank you, Michelle. You're it's not being disrespectful, but there's something not adding up with this young man. There just is not. And well, I know what's not adding up with Kathleen is her age, but there's something not adding up with this man. But this is just opinions. We're not trying to be disrespectful to anybody at all. We're just trying to figure out this storyline. Jamal, I think you froze again.
No, I'm here. I was just
Oh,
looking
you are?
down.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was just looking at something.
Okay. Anything else with them?
No. Again, this is something where the side characters are more interesting than the main characters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like I want to
Okay.
hear more. I'm interested to hear from the mama what really happened with his last two girlfriends, and how much money they got. If she
Mm-hmm.
could provide those like Western Union receipts, that'd be amazing. And then from Kathleen, I will need to hear Sana read you because she's basically telling you doing this all wrong.
Yep.
But in fairness, though, to Kathleen, she picked a man whose mama is still alive, whereas Sana probably got somebody who mama may or may not be here.
Like someone said in the chat earlier, Sana husband looked like he
70.
70 next to death. Spot. Okay, Tracy says, all joking aside, spot on opinion. Okay, well, we're
Right,
gonna learn more about him because
right,
somebody's bound to spill the beans somewhere.
for sure. And if it's not on the TV show, Reddit's gonna come out with something. We know how Reddit's been the last couple years.
Yep. Okay, Sana told Kathleen she wasn't getting any younger.
Yes.
Embarrassing. I think she was telling her, listen, this guy's a dud. Cut it
Cut
off
bait.
now. Cut your losses and find another pigeon. The last two, John and Sprite, or Charlotte and Johan.
Charlotte and Johan. And I gotta talk about this. We talked about this briefly, Debbie. Why do we have another Johan from DR?
Because it's convenient.
I'm just saying. And I'm with Charlotte. I'm gonna break Charlotte down.
Okay,
and
so we're doing them. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna break Charlotte down.
Well, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find them and give brief background because I found information on them.
Oh.
Hold on. Okay, Charlotte and Johan. Charlotte's 34 and Johan is 21, and they met on a family holiday in the DR. He was working at the hotel that Charlotte and her family were staying at. Charlotte comes from Southampton. She was totally swept off her feet by the hotel entertainer, Johan. Let's see. Okay, so Johan took the plunge at the end of Charlotte's holiday and asked her to be his girlfriend. That same year, she flew out to DR to see him again. During the visit, he proposed, and the two are planning to get married there. Charlotte's engagement comes with warnings from her family and friends as she's agreed to buy a new roof for Johan's family after it was damaged in a hurricane, as well as pay for his passport. Did I give y'all the background on Numbnut and Kathleen? Not really. Oh, we already went through them. But yeah, that's the rundown on Charlotte and Johan. This got red flags all over it. All over it.
And for me, it's red flags kind of on both ends, but more on Charlotte's end for me. Mm-hmm. For me. And here is why. Charlotte, we've met Charlotte, we've just met her, and all she talks about is like how she's behind her contemporaries, like in terms of being married, having children, blah blah blah, right? She has, in my opinion, low self-esteem, and she's still fairly young. She's 34, but time is ticking. I understand. Mm-hmm. She's headstrong and she's focused, and I'm trying to say this in the right way, but the best way I can put this is what her mindset is. I don't really think she cares about the relationship as a whole. Mm-hmm. I think what she ultimately cares about is getting pregnant and having a baby. And she does, and instead of her kind of biting her bullet and just going to a sperm bank, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. That's what they're there for. For me, I look at sperm banks as an opportunity for women to take control of their lives when they're ready to have children, but they're unable to find Mr. Right. I see nothing wrong with it. I think it's the best way to go versus hooking up with randoms in different countries. But that's what she's chosen to do. So I don't think she really cares about the relationship. I think in her mind, okay, she wants to get married so she can say she has a husband. She wants children and a baby at any cost, and that I think in her head, if it doesn't work out, she doesn't care. I really don't think she cares. She just wants a baby, and that's it. Whether he comes over or not doesn't matter, because she knows in her mind he's not really coming there for her. He's coming there to make a better life for him and his family, and I see nothing wrong with that. But the fact that she knows this and doesn't care just lets me know, hey, you don't care about this relationship. This is, to me, this is not a real relationship. This is another vacation fling. She's purposely trying to be Kalani 2.0 in this point, where Kalani's was an accident, dumbass. Charlotte's is planned because she's taking no protection.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. If the baby was the priority for her, why is she rushing the marriage? What I would do if I was doing that, I would get my insemination and then bail. You in another country, you have no claim on my kid. You wouldn't even know I was pregnant.
But remember, she's very focused on the certain things she thinks she has to have. I may be wrong, but she's rushing this marriage just to say she was married. I know it sounds crazy. She is great value. She is great value, Luann de Lesseps and Tom D'Agostino.
Listen, I'm gonna need you to stop disparaging Great Value brand. I'm calling Walmart police on you myself. Send a bunch of geriatric 85-year-old people over there to attack you with their walkers.
Sorry, Dollar General.
Okay. Here's the thing, though. She should have saw red flag at the very first lie, his age. He been lying ever since. And I agree with Ryan here. Johan could pretend to like Charlotte a little bit more than he does. I'm disappointed for you. The DR boys have been Pedro been the best one keeping that shit up for 6 years.
But with Johan, outside of the age, he's been very transparent about what he wants. It's pretty much laid out for me. It's pretty much laid out. And then for her to say while she's at home, right, that she's like, oh my gosh, when I get there, I'm going to be so concerned because he's going to be like, he's on the entertainment team and he's going to be around the girlies. I'm like, well, you concerned about that while you're there, but you're not that concerned about why you're at home. Ma'am, how you meet them is how you lose them.
Yeah. But listen, MVP of the 3 episodes. In addition to the girl that was warning Nicole, Paula, her, that random English tourist that was on the beach asking her all of the questions.
Okay, what you said, production?
Yep, so many questions that caused her to go to the bar and grab a drink where she got further annihilated.
Okay, that bartender really crushed her, though. All she wanted was her beer, and he completely crushed her so bad that she ran off. Did she finish the beer?
I don't even think she took it. She was destroyed, doubly destroyed. But wait, how did she miss the attitude of the front desk associate who was checking her in? How did she miss the attitude of that woman? Johan, you know her? You know her? Johan is a mess. But what I also picked up from Johan, his total disinterest with her on the phone. Could not be bothered. And then when she got there, he kept on asking her, are you happy to see me? Are you glad to see me? Like, just trying to test the waters to see if he still had her on the hook, if she was still interested, because he didn't want to put in any more effort.
Exactly.
Because he had someplace else to go or something. And then you wake up in the bed the next morning with your fiance and you tell her that she's snoring like a freight train. Real romantic. And as a former hotelier, Johan, don't I was praying that those were imitation flower petals, because if those were real red flower petals, we never allow that on white bed linens because they stain. We don't
Stain.
allow it on the carpets, nothing. You could go and do that shit on the sand, but not in the hotel rooms.
Right.
Who he fucking in housekeeping?
Okay, Ryan, good point. Then he said, for her mom and sister stay at the resort, he's not paying for them as if he was paying for anything anyway.
I know, but yet they having an 80-person wedding, but she only got 2 people coming on her side and 78 from his. Wow. And he invited everybody from the hotel. Don't they got a shift to work? Fuck that. What?
And Farmana asked a nice little question. What woman in her 30s goes on a date with a 21-year-old from a different country?
I know. Again, ladies, there's nothing wrong with a little vacation nookie. But just bring home a fridge magnet, not the person.
But even her friend couldn't back her up.
I know.
Her best friend, what's her name, Maria or something?
I think so, Maria.
Even she couldn't back her up. She just kept looking at her like, what are you doing? Like, and her mom, her mom was harsh, but her mom was, I think her mother was coming from a place of like, look, we've done this before. That's the mom's conversation.
The mom is at a point now because she already said this to her daughter, candy coated, sugar coated.
Right.
She tried to be nice about it, but now you done signed up for this fucktard show.
Gotcha.
And got me looped in here like the gloves are off. We ready. I'm pounding this into you now.
So basically, from my perspective, I was thinking like, well, maybe Charlotte's done this before. But from your perspective, it was like, look, before the show off camera, I told you about this. We talked about this before. But you're now, now that you're going to be headstrong, do what you want to do. Okay, I don't have to be nice anymore. That's where you're coming from, right?
Exactly. Okay. You taking this to another level by signing up on a show and showing your fucking ignorance to everybody. So I'm just gonna be like 100% with you. She's done. She tried it the nice way.
I can lean more that way then.
Okay. She's like, no, but if you think about it, like she's kind of like what my mom would be. My mom would have been like, okay, so I try to tell you this the nice way. I try to give you the benefit of my experience. You go and sign up on a show and you're dragging me on it. No, we ain't both going down stupid. I'm going to embarrass you about this. Maybe then you'll get it. Okay, those sheets will be on her bill at checkout for $1,200. She's going to wish she got $200 worth of peanuts instead. Yup.
Yes.
Farmata, oh, I thought it said 27, not 21. Babysitting. No, it's 21. It's 21. It's just I used a different font. I'm sorry, y'all. Her mama said, you not gonna have me on the King's BBC looking foolish. Exactly. And like the mama said, a baby is not what she said, a baby forever. It's not like Christmas. But that also told me mama don't want nothing to do with taking care of that kid.
But remember, Charlotte's like, yeah, you have some grandkids. And her mama said, I already got plenty of grandkids. I'm like, ooh, there we go. Never mind. I'm like, oof.
This is a whole bad idea.
But again, I don't think she cares about the relationship. I really do. I think she just wants to get you said, get her deposit and get up out. I think this whole trying to be married thing is just for show and a check. Period. Oof. Period. Sorry, because she's doing this to write off some of these trips as business purposes because she spent this cool fortune behind this. So she's like, look, I can't be affording this, so let me just do this, recoup my losses, get my baby, and get about. That's how I'm looking at this. Because to her, if you hear her talk, if you go back and listen to this, her main focus is not being married. She's like she told her mother, you know how long I've wanted children. She's never said she's never said like you know how long I've wanted to be married. Stark difference. Very big difference there. So
okay. Anything else with them that we might have missed?
Nope.
All right. So on to your favorite couple. John and Sprite. And let's go through a brief rundown for them. Okay, John and Sprite. John is 29 from Buckinghamshire, but he was born in South Africa. Sprite is 26 from Thailand. They crossed paths several times before they officially became a couple in early 2021. Let's see. So Sprite is a photographer, took a picture of John in drag at a concert in 2018. But when John moved to Thailand to become a teacher, and they matched on Tinder years later. And that's what brought the couple together. During the pandemic, the two went long distance and sadly endured some trust issues. There's a lot on the line for these two. Will accusations of infidelity and disloyalty prove to be too much? And will Sprite want to give up his glamorous life in Bangkok to move to the UK to live with John in abject poverty?
I know you add the abject poverty.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I'm like, the TLC would not write that. Like, if that's not a Debbie line, like, wait a minute. TLC would not write something like that. God. Debbie. Oh, you had me for like a quick second, like, wait a minute. TLC wouldn't say that.
These two are just so dumb. They are here for the shits and giggles. They ragging on each other. John is too I feel like he's gonna suffocate 7-Up. I guess we renamed Sprite to 7-Up. Sprite is Sprite's tongue is like a well-honed sword, and he does not care who he's lashing into. He is pretentious. He is bougie but busted. These two are like, I cannot wait for John to roll over onto Sprite and suffocate him. Period.
I mean, Sprite just drags him across the gravel driveway, and I'm like, I was feeling bad for John for a hot minute until I realized he keeps going back. I'm like, I mean, this man does not like you. Mm-hmm. This man thinks you are ugly. This man calls you fat at every turn. Every turn.
But he was fat when according to Sprite, he was a bit bigger. Like, he was big when he was in Thailand, even though he was smaller. But now you would, if you really listen to Sprite, it's like he's grown into Godzilla.
He's like, you're huge. He's like, oh my God, John is like, put so much weight on. He's huge. I'm like.
And then John is hugging him, and he's standing there like a limp dolly. He's like, when is this going to be over with?
Right.
Oh.
But when they went like surfing, and he said like, oh my God, John looks like a penguin. And I was like, oh.
But you noticed that was the only thing that Sprite enjoyed, was because 1, he got to laugh at John putting on the wetsuit. 2, he got to laugh at John falling off of the surfboard. 3, it was something that he excelled at and John didn't. And then 4, they were not in any close vicinity to each other. So he thoroughly enjoyed that.
Right.
Hates his body, hates his house, hates his town, maybe even the soundboard of his. Listen, the best thing was when Sprite told him, "You're a stalker," when he saw all them pictures on the wall.
He's like, oh my God, like I have my own stalker. I was like, okay, I'm done.
Oh, and when he walked into John's house the first time, he's like, and so how much longer are you going to be living here?
Yeah. Right.
And John was like, I'm not moving no time soon. He's like, where are we? I need to be in London. Where are we? Ugh. Mm-mm-mm. A hot, hot mess. Hi, Mona. Welcome, welcome. Upper 10 does not upper 10. I haven't. Oh my God, that's a really old cola. Upper 10 does not like dirty balls either. Nope. And you, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. Tracy, you're not leading me down that path. John has low self-esteem. Clearly, it's
Oh,
like
for
he
sure.
puts up with the abuse because he thinks so highly of Sprite, and Sprite don't give two rats' asses about him.
Oh my gosh.
I was waiting for him to call him Piggy.
And when he was
Oh
with his friend though, let's
my
go back to he met his friend at the
God.
shop. She's like, well, do you have a type? He's like, yeah, like Thor. I was like, okay. He's like, I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, Thor, but that's like movie life. He's like, real life is John. I was like, oh, oh my gosh. I'm like, oh, you just drag him. And then John, like me at the airport, Sprite's like, oh my God. But we have to go back to when Sprite was talking. He's like, I swiped right because it says in his bio that he's from England and he was there to teach English. I'm like, okay. I'm like, hey, you're being upfront with your intentions. You're not lying.
He
So I
was
can't get
being
mad.
upfront with us, but did he tell John that?
John should know. Sorry.
John seems very obtuse.
Someone calling you fat. But then John will say in his confession, like, he kind of hurts my feelings. He calls me fat, blah, blah, blah. I don't think Sprite likes my body. I'm like, okay, that's kind of obvious, but okay. And all of these things, and he says, well, he doesn't say he loves me. He doesn't say he doesn't hug me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? I'm like, well, what more of do you need, John? Like, I mean, I'm going to say it like this, and sorry for the people in the back, warning. I don't see Sprite arching his back for John. Sorry. I just
Here's
don't.
the thing. Here's the thing. Ryan says if Sprite doesn't like bears, why is he wasting this man's time?
Because he's trying to get to London. No, but he said no. Sprite said that though. He said the only reason he matched with John because he was in like near London, and was John could help him with his English. That was it. And he said that from the get go. So I'm not gonna sit here and completely villainize Sprite when he's been nothing but forthcoming. And he may not have said it to John directly, but his actions tell me more than I need to know.
I don't know.
And John, I'm looking at John. Where are your friends? Because
but Sprite didn't know that when he swiped right. He just saw that he was from England, so Sprite just assumed that John was London based, as most people do.
I think in his Tinder profile, I have to go back and watch, but I think he said like either in John's bio it said London or near London.
I think it said near London. It said near London because I think I remember that phrasing. But again, that was years ago. He had left and moved to Thailand, so he might have lived near London years ago. But when he comes back, where his job opportunity came up was a little bit further out. But stop using people to take advantage of propelling your career. Sprite, I'm talking to you. But whatever. Apparently the airline loses Sprite's suitcase, so he has none of his luxurious clothes. And he's basically looking, John offers some of his apparel.
I'm
and
sorry.
Sprite was like, I don't want to look homeless.
Yes. He's all your clothing. It looks homeless. I was like, oh.
But John is just so dumb. Takes him down to Cornwall and takes him to a tourist shop to buy tourist shirts.
Clothing. A surf shop. It was a surf shop.
Yeah, but there was no other like boutique that they could have went to for Sprite to buy a regular shirt. No place. I digress. Then they get to the bar, and I agreed with Sprite on this. I do not like beer pong. Why would I want a dirty ball in a cup of some sort of beverage that I might have
Right.
to drink? It's I agreed with Sprite on that. I really did. But what I couldn't understand, John said in all of his Sprite social media, you see Sprite drinking with his friends, and Sprite says, "Yeah, I go out with a bunch of my friends and we're all drinking. I just don't want to drink with you." What?
He said, "You alone."
Exactly. You alone. Like, how does that make sense? And if he's so distasteful to you, don't you think you need a swig of liquid courage just to fortify yourself? I know I would. It just didn't make any sense to me why he didn't want to drink. Mm. No, Sprite isn't into him at all. At all. He trashes John's whole wardrobe. He trashes his house. He trashes his car. He trashes his activities. He trashes his belly. Oh my God. The beer pong was the only thing I agreed with him on. Yeah. Yeah. This couple is a mess. I'm gonna get tired of the you know what it's reminding me of? The Odd Couple.
Right. And
I'm
here's the
gonna get
thing, though.
tired of the fights if there's no substance.
Right. And these fights, the reason why we're gonna get sick of these fights and it's causing anything is because there's no back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know, Sprite stabs John, but John can't jab back. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not an equal playing field. If it
Yeah.
were equal banter, I think we could deal with it. But we kind of
Mm-hmm.
see where this is gonna go, and basically John's gonna be abused and take it. I
Mm.
mean, we see him kind of fight back, but it's like, well, no, you don't have the verbal skills to fight back.
But
Sorry.
John is so smothering, though. You saw when they woke up in the bed together, though. My God.
We know that was
And
filmed, right? We all know that Sprite slept on the couch. I'm gonna say it how it is.
poor little
There's no way that
Sprite's foot was halfway out the bed. He was being smothered.
he didn't. That was all staged.
Oh my God. Hey, Scotland. There seems to be no compromise. What are we compromising on? Isn't Sprite only there for like a look see, like a to see if this is something that he would want to move
That
to?
no. Sprite is there to see like, okay, can I come here and endure however much time I need to get my work visa so I can dip on out? That's what that is. And I didn't realize Cornwall was 5 hours from London.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, yeah. Sprite not gonna be there long. So what's
No, because
Here's
he
what
said
Sprite
there's
did.
nothing around them.
Right. Here's what Sprite's doing. So he's like, okay, cool. He didn't flown me over here. Great for this show. Perfect. I can pocket these checks. He's gonna pocket those checks, and while he's there, he's gonna have the underphone, the whole phone, to where
Mm-hmm.
he can match other locals who are actually near London, and then he's gonna there's gonna be cheating and fidelity. He's gonna cheat on John and leave him. That's what's gonna happen.
I'll do you one better. These two fools are friends, no relationship.
Okay.
He needs to get Sprite over to the UK because they have a mutually beneficial agreement. He agreed to do this, bring him over if he comes on the show with him. They go back
Mm,
and forth and they use the proceeds from the show to both move to London where they
mm,
both want to be.
got it.
And Sprite gets his career in photography, and John gets to move back to the
And,
near London where he
right,
was before.
and maybe find a better paying job as well.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's mutually beneficial, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. John was giving so much emotion because Sprite was giving so little. Yeah, he was overcompensating. He's trying to zhuzh it up for production.
Right.
I'm just giving like my theory on this because I don't believe any of the storylines. They're just so ridiculous. And we have yet to see chicken or chicken nugget. So, but Jesse does look cute. He's letting his hair grow out. I don't know. This was a good start. I'm shocked that we only saw 4 couples in the first 3 episodes because there's a lot of couples. And let's just briefly go through them. Hold on. Who's the first one up? That's Tahir. That's Jamie, John, and Sprite. Okay, so Sam and Allie. This is another one. Sam and Allie. This is another couple that we have yet to meet. Okay, so Jordy Sam, the girl, is 28 years old and left Newcastle for Turkey and met a barman by the name of Allie. Although she had a shabby dating past, Sammy felt sparks fly with Allie, and they continued chatting online after her holidays ended. Back in the UK, Sam discovered how Allie had a playboy reputation in the local tourist hotspot. According to Allie, Sam is his first ever girlfriend, and they're committed to FaceTiming to keep the long-distance relationship alive. Although Sam's insecurities are bubbling under the surface, she goes to Turkey during the 90-Day Fiancé UK series to find out if it's true love or if Allie is only with her for his dreams of becoming a millionaire in the UK. Okay. And then we have our returning favorites.
Hold on, real
Louise.
Quick. Farmata says, "Oh my God, the girl from Newcastle lives in my city."
Shut up. You know, Sam, she has a vile mouth though. I don't like her. Maybe I'm just judging from bad editing, but she seems like a lot to deal with. Like, this is a real sacrifice for Allie. Like, you could have found somebody else, dude. Get your game together. Then we have, hold on. Nui and Tony, hold on. Who are they? Oh, here they go. Okay. So let's check this one. Okay. We all remember Louise and Jose. Okay. So they were brought back for this season. Just 2 weeks after meeting Louise in person, Louise 40 and Jose 29 got married in his home country of Colombia. That's where we ended with the season 2, with her being pregnant and all of that, with his move to Gloucestershire. I know I said that wrong. Sorry to everyone in the UK. The two are wasting no time as they embark on parenthood together. Louise welcomed her son Raul last August, but trouble lies ahead for the couple as Jose still hasn't been accepted by Louise's eldest son, Jesse. Struggling rapper Jose is also trying to get his music career off the ground in a foreign country. Good Lord. And last up, we have Nui and Tony. I don't know how to say her first name. We'll figure it out once they bring them up. Let's see. So Tony is an ex-Marine and Nui is a mom of 2. Tony's 45. Nui is 41. He hails from London while she's from Thailand. The two met on a dating app in Thailand 3 years ago. From the moment they met, it was love at first sight, and they continued their romance long distance. Although Nui has introduced Tony to her 2 children, he fears she'll leave him and go back to her ex. Trust issues are brewing for the duo, and their families aren't helping. Nui's mom is suspicious that Tony has other girlfriends, and Tony's family are worried that he's being used as a cash machine. But with his mind firmly set on the future, Tony is bringing Nui over to the UK with the plan of popping the question. I feel they're going to be a hot mess.
Definitely.
Guys, we've gone over the 4 couples that we met in the first 3 episodes and then given you little snippets on the remaining couples that we still haven't met yet. Are we good about doing this show? I hope so. Because I like this show.
Love the show.
Let's see. From the previews, Ali is strictly there for the UK residency. Yeah. I'm embarrassed by Sam. Girl, we're not holding Sam against you because Sam is scary, though. Sam is scary. She's like, I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling I'm going to have a problem with her accent because it's very thick. And she seems very aggressive. I'm sorry. Sam is a bit rough around the edges. Yes. Oh my God. It's interesting. They're a bit older.
Yes.
Which one? The like last that. Ones?
Yeah, Tony and Nui. Yeah. I kind of like that though.
But speaking of aggressive, he seems aggressive too. Did you see when she went to touch the pot?
Yes.
And then she's sitting down there saying that she want to go home to her kids. Oh, I felt for her. I felt for her.
I ran.
Farmata, if you see her, we want a full report, please. Farmata, stay at a safe distance away from Sam. She seems very irrational to me. Please do the show. Okay, so we're all in on 90 Day UK.
Oh yeah, I love the show.
I wish there was Where Are They Now? I want to know how the girl from Kenya who acted like Mercy. She didn't like her husband, Mercy. That's true.
Mercy.
And the spoiled brat with the empty shopping bags from last season.
Oh, yeah, her.
Are you volunteering Debbie H for the TV? I hope not. Please do the show. Oh no, we mean like review it. No. Okay, Sam looks like she might be a scrapper. Yeah. I don't know. Good Lord. Well, buckle up, y'all. Buckle up. This is the season. It's only going to get better. I can't wait personally. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So next Friday, this will go into permanent rotation. We'll do the 290 days on Friday, and then we'll do Old Lady Cottage on Thursday. Sound like a plan?
Yep.
No worries. But it's nice Cottage. That you think I would be a good candidate for this show, though.
The Old Lady Cottage needs to step up their game. I'm going to need some new girls to come in to give the older girls a run for their money. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because Kelly's not it for me. I didn't like her last season, and I don't like her this season.
It's just because she's not giving what they thought she was giving. It's just like meh.
Hi, Dustin. Welcome. Okay, Steven. Yes, I am single and intend to stay that way. You know why? Because I have assets. But remind me, if ever I do decide to change my status, have Jamal help me write up my prenup.
Oh, you know, I got that on lock, please.
I need all the protection. Okay.
Because for now, I'm like, you giving what to who? No, you're not.
Right.
Try again.
No. Debbie, those passport bros ain't get anything over on you. And they haven't since I was 18 years old, girl. Since I was 18.
But the thing is, though, Debbie only likes them like near death. So that kind of eliminates a lot of the population for her. So she that's one way to keep yourself safe.
I do like them near death and always have, because I self-confess daddy issues. So, but the thing is, because this is so sad.
I have a question. Do you have like a wall dedicated to Anna Nicole that we can't see?
No, just this wall, and I'm gonna change this wall soon.
Okay. I was wondering I see the photos. I'm like, is there more?
No, these are properties that I used to work at. So I'm going to change that out. I've been saying I'm going to do that.
So no Anna Nicole stuff?
Well, you can, like, if you go into my jewelry box, you can pick out, the pigeons.
Okay.
Yeah. You can pick out the pigeons. I'll tell you the person who had to give it to me and the reason why. So and some handbags, some shoes, pieces of jewelry. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have assets, just stocks.
No, but that's an asset.
Yeah, I'm explaining the portfolio as well.
Hi, Scotland. It doesn't seem to be a requirement that you actually marry someone. On the show, but I don't want to go through all of that. I don't want to be humiliated.
Okay, what Debbie means, y'all, I'm gonna translate again. She's like, I'm not gonna get up here and embarrass myself for a measly 1K per episode. That's what she means.
I know.
I speak Debbie in these certain things. That's what she means. She's gonna play it nice to y'all. I will translate for you. She's like, I'm not gonna embarrass myself for a measly 1K. Debbie's like, I start at 5 figures.
The thing is, though, right? If you're in your 20s, you can do that. I've aged out of this.
Hence the 5 figures. Okay.
It's sad. It's just really sad how someone would debase themselves for this, And I agree with Ryan. We need another season of Match Me Abroad. That was a very good show.
That was good.
Yeah. We need an update on all of those losers on that show. I wouldn't mind an update on where are they now for the first season. Michelle, I worked in property management, Debbie. Oh, I'm looking for a property manager. Are you in Barbados? No, I don't think so. You're in Canada, I think. If I remember correctly, I might be wrong. But I am looking for a new property manager. You can just date interesting people and start over each season. So y'all could get tired of me and start talking about me like how y'all do Angela Deem. No, thank you. Debbie has some stories to tell. Yup. I have lived a life and I have not regretted a bit of it. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I don't regret any of them. 1K per episode is too little. It is. I'm in Canada. So I did remember correctly. Thank you, Michelle. I love Michelle. Every time I say her name or I see her in the chat, automatically that old song, Michelle, my bell, it goes off in my head. It's just showing how old I am. I'm sorry. Especially the yokel who liked to mow his lawn and ended up with a German girl. Yes. He was a fraud, though. He was a fraud.
The Tennessee guy, yeah.
He had a weird relationship with his mama, too. Always mowing her lawn.
And I will say this. Mass Australia needs to film more seasons. And that's the thing. I just have to draw...
No. Let it stay the once a year because that's what keeps us coming back. That's what keeps us coming back. Don't forget, by the end of the summer, we're gonna get a leak on who the new captives are gonna be, and that'll like amp up our anticipation for the end of January.
There's a UK version, right? I need to look into that.
Yes.
I need to look into that.
I tried watching that one year. Right now, Married at First Sight New Zealand is going on. I said I was going to start watching that. But the UK one, I didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
Didn't like it. They was real common. Oh,
gotcha.
Real common. I couldn't do it. Could not do it. Okay, Michelle LaBelle. When I see you, I think of Patty LaBelle and her sweet potato pie. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my God. Okay, so I think we've went through everybody. We're kind of caught up. We did a high level review of the first 3 episodes. We'll go more in depth once we get what's released on Monday. So come on back and join us next week. I recommend new shows via IG. So Jamal, make sure you look on IG to see that
No, I
we've got
am. No, I do. I check.
Farmada's stuff.
I do check it, but Farmada's not showing up. In the messages. Can I check the messages like
What?
about once every couple of days just to be sure I don't miss anything? Mm-mm.
That's so weird. Can you find Farmada on IG?
Farmada, can you tell me what your IG is?
Yeah, what's your handle so that we can look you up? Mm. Okay, it must be in the spam.
No, I'm looking in the spam because I don't see it. That's why I went the last time, and there's nothing showing up because it shows up with requests, and there's nothing there.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I always check spam and stuff just in case.
Okay. It must be okay. Inmate to Roommate just started
Okay,
a new season.
is that on WeTV?
Inmate to Roommate. Okay, she gave her
Okay.
handle. I think Auntie does Inmate to Roommate, doesn't she? Ryan. Right around. What channel is that? A&E. I think Auntie's Advice does that. That's intriguing.
Okay, that is so weird because now I see her. Now I clicked on her, but for
Mm-hmm.
some reason her message did not pop up in the um in the messages. Let me
Look,
just double check that
there's
real quick.
another one here. Farmata Arborgine BS.
Yeah, I see, and that's the one I found. That's the one that we're following, and it's so
Uh-huh.
weird. Let me just double check. Um, Let me go back to messages because this is from May.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I see where Farmata sent the message because when I clicked on the looked her up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she's not showing up. Wait a minute. Nope, that's not it. So weird. So weird. But let me do this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, message.
Mm-mm.
Okay, Farmata, can you do me a favor? I just sent you a wave. Can you check that for me? Oh, it looks like Farmata just saw it.
Okay, awesome.
So let me go back to. For some reason, Farmata is not showing up.
Why?
Her messages aren't showing up in the message section.
Wait, look at general.
Yeah, I see general. Oh,
Yeah, look at
why?
general.
Okay,
In
I see. I never look at general. Now I see general. How
uh-huh.
can I get? I'll figure out how to get. I'll just start looking at general closer because I don't look at that. I mostly stay in
Mm.
primary. Okay, that's good to know. All right, Fermando, we see you. Thank you.
We got to figure this out. Why isn't she going in the other box?
Right.
Primary, general, requests. Mm-mm. We'll figure it out. We
Mm-hmm.
will figure it out.
Thank you, Fermando. Yeah, I see the message.
Primary. Okay, guys, we're gonna brainstorm and try to get this all sorted out. Hold on. Love During Lockup has been giving this season. I don't
Ah,
know.
I just moved her. I was just moved Fermando to primary. Perfect.
Perfect. Awesome.
Okay,
All right.
awesome.
All right. We got you sorted out. We got you sorted out. We're bad YouTubers, but we're getting better on IG. It's a full name. I've seen your message now. Perfect. Awesome. You're fully indoctrinated now, and you'll never be able to get rid of us. That's a scary thing. All right. So, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today and yesterday. And hold on, let me check one more thing. Because Jamal, we've been playing around. we just made 1,600 subs. So that's awesome. Oh, Costco Trader Joe Corner. I don't have anything. I haven't gone. I've been a bad. The only thing I have near me right now is the Brazilian body butter, but this is a 2-pack. And it's a great knockoff of the Brazilian butt cream. $20, 2 huge containers, 2 different scents. That's it for me.
I don't have anything, but I do have something, but I didn't bring the box because
Thank you, love.
I'll make sure to bring the box next week so you guys can see it. Oh, they're so good, so dangerous.
All right. Well, we'll make sure to bring something next week because we won't have such a long show. Hopefully they're only release 1 episode on Monday and not another 3-episode dump.
Right.
I can't do 3 episodes again. Sorry. Just can't. So guys, enjoy your weekend. Thanks to the new members of the tribe. We really appreciate you. And have a great weekend, Jamal.
You too.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Oops.